Oh boy, COE just missed another one.
Shalom, peace and blessings, family. How everybody doing? TBT Radio family. How is everybody doing out here? Can y'all hear us loud and clear? Can y'all hear us loud and clear? Let's see some sevens out there if y'all can hear us loud and clear. Let's see some of them sevens out there. Shalom, family.
Yeah, let us know if we coming through live. Clear, good on y'all end. We got a 77778 out there, boy.
Boy, come on now, see a wig. All praise to the Most High, all praises. All right, so we're going straight into this thing. As y'all already can see what the topic is, building relationships between artists and audience.
Come. So we're just gonna deal with the whole mindset of it and, you know, touch on it. This is gonna definitely we want you all to come in and give y'all a spiel. Shalom, Sister Wiggins. Glad to be back. You know, just took a little break. You know, had that time with the Father. Nothing, no problems, but just you know. Sometimes you gotta just talk to the Father a little bit, you know. So
that's right.
But yeah, this is a topic I think that needs to be, you know, touched on. I haven't seen anyone do it, so we want to be one of the first to do it. Whether it be artists, you know, podcasts, even, you know, to an extent, you know, consumers, you know, to the supplier. So. Without further ado, we're going to dive into the mission statement, right? And then we got a video to set the tone. And we like I said, we got a couple good things for you all. We got two special guests coming through.
Yes, sir.
We didn't put it on the flyer, but for those that's here, you will get the treat. We want to ask that you all please share, spread the word, help us spread the word so we can get as many listeners in. Because we do want some input from you all. Like I said, what are we without you? So let's go ahead and read that off. All right, Tom, you want to read it?
All right. It's TBT Radio mission statement. We at TBT Radio Live, as a podcast radio station, aim to embrace those who are making positive movements that will take our people and all people in the right direction in all areas of life by way of entertainment, arts, spirituality, and overall entrepreneurship mindset.
So anything along those lines, that covers a broad spectrum there. So we just hope that we can touch on it in the best way we can while the truth is being told. So we're going to roll this clip here and, like I said, get this thing going. Let's get it out.
Okay. This one? All right.
I am simply blown away by that song. It's incredible. It's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How could you write a better rap song of this type? I'm sure there's other types of rap songs,
Yep.
other like subgenres, but that is so beautiful. And you said it was from 95.
95.
Again, with the name Tupac and the fact it was from 95, because I'm getting an understanding that rap music, as you explained in the Biggie video from the early 90s to mid 90s, it was all about machoism, bragging,
being a gangster, being a thug.
Yeah, being tough and all that. And this is just quite different from that.
Yeah.
Wow.
just so introspective and gentle.
Yeah.
And because it's coming from Tupac, who knows that even though he's famous at this point and later on, even though he's super famous, he says, I'm sorry, I am a thug. He says, I was raised in the gutter and I'm still here. This is the way I am.
Yeah.
So by having someone like that talk about this subject and admit their faults, it's just more powerful than...
Exactly. I should have brought that up. I did.
No, well, I know you thought about that.
Yeah. And then he says he's doing something bad. I forget what it was, but he puts the money in the mail to his mom. So she gets it in the mailbox.
Even though he sells rocks,
crack,
he puts money in her mailbox.
Yeah. The love for one's mother runs deep. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Great. Was that in the did someone recommend Tupac?
That was no recommendation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the last song we did was recommended. It was also a fantastic rap song. My goodness, by Fiasco, Lupe Fiasco, Hurt Me Soul. That was a recommendation.
Fair use.
Sort of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A couple of people recommended him.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be doing more recommendations.
I think Tupac will become one of your all-time favorites.
He was not even on my radar as something that you might consider. Like I said, I'd heard the name, but I knew absolutely nothing about the guy.
Yeah. He, as much as he is great in music, he's also great as a figure for the Black community in the U.S.
Okay, I have a question to ask you, and I hope the answer is yes. Is he still alive?
No, he died. Yeah, he got killed.
Oh, okay. I've never heard the guy, but I know that is a huge...
All right. Some of you may be wondering, what's going on here, right? I think the video is still up, right? We up, okay. So the reason why we played this snippet, right? So I didn't play the full thing, man, but what happened, what caught my attention, it says, Dad can't stop crying after hearing Tupac, right? And the song they chose was Dear Mama. So here we have one of another race, right? Giving a shot at listening to some urban music, right? When I watched it, it was true. The father was crying off of listening to the lyrics and, connecting with what Tupac was from, putting in his lyrics and things of that nature. And just the overall song, he was loving it, right? So why am I pointing this out? From him hearing it, never knowing about him, not knowing his lifestyle, nothing like that, he became a fan immediately. As he stated, he says he wasn't on his radar, but after hearing this song, I love it. I want more. So this is kind of setting the tone for the topic for today. Building a relationship between the artist and the fans, or what we call listeners, right? This is how it typically starts. You hear someone's song, you either love it or hate it, right? But typically, if you're interested in it, you'll love it, right? And we want to hear and get more insight from the artist. So if we have any artists in the audience or that's listening, we want to ask that you send this particular podcast out to your supporters right now, so they can come in and give their feedback and their spiel, and you can get to know them more. And also for those that love music, music heads that we call them, right? But those that love music on a high or low level, we want to hear from you all. So, but they were just listening to the song, right, and giving their feedback on it. And like I said, just off of hearing it for the first time, he falls in love with the music. All right?
Yeah, that was solid. Just me watching just a little bit of it, I was like, man, he picked Dear Mama, though.
Exactly.
He picked Dear Mama.
But like he stated, I don't think that part was of what we showed in the clip, but one of the things he stated, he was like, his first assumption was this guy was going to come off, hardcore rapping.
Right.
He had gave a stereotype, to who Tupac was or what he was going to present. But when he heard the music, it changed his whole mind and perspective of rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he was comparing them. One statement he had made, he was comparing them to Biggie. Now we didn't play the whole video because for copyright purposes, they actually played the song in there. So we and
we don't know how they no strikes. What they had 800 and something views, but no strikes.
Some thousand views.
But we
no
ain't
strikes.
Hating, but we just truth be told,
Right,
that's
right.
what's going on.
We've been all right, but we're gonna get past that. But yeah, his father spoke about another song that was referred to them by Biggie, and that's what he was about to get ready to go into. Like he was like, yeah. I'm used to you bringing me music where they just boasting, talking about themselves. He was just like Tupac and Biggie was night and day.
Mm-hmm.
He was just, man.
But the
We're
thing
not
is,
too far off the beaten path. But go ahead.
but he was. It brought him to tears though. I'm like, wow. Like, so that's what we want to know from the audience. Like I said, Father willing, we looking to open up the lines. We'll flash it. You want to put it up there now? So we're looking to open up the lines. We want to hear from you all. Is this something that the listeners, the supporters of what we call the truth music or just music in general, we want your perspective from when you came to the world, from the world even unto where you're at in your walk in your life now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you look for in music?
Mm-hmm.
What type of relationship and bond do you look to get from music? All right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go into an article. All right. Diving more into it, and for those that may not know or didn't read the description, tonight's podcast is about how to build real relationships with the artists in the audience. So we're going into a article. It's called, is that the full article there?
Mm-hmm.
It says the artist, go back up a little bit. The artist-fan relationship, patience, trust, and promises. Let's go. So I'm going to read a little bit. We're not going to put it up on the screen, but y'all just bear with me. We're going to read through, and we're gonna get it in. Get it all the way in. Okay, so right here, it's just going to be these two right here, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to dive in, grab a couple points, and we're going to keep going. So it says, on some level, we're all looking for someone or something to believe in, all right? Be it our parents, our families, or our favorite artists. We come from a lineage of cultures placing importance on people, right? This we know to be true, especially our community, right? We're known for that. Man, look how we was hyping up like Mike, even Tupac. Let's just leave it where it's at. Pac, right?
Right.
No shade on Aka. I mean, the brother or nothing, but regardless of knowing his full life, we held him up to a higher regard. Right? He's a major figure in the black community. Still is. To this point, it's like no one know. You got speculations where he's still alive and whether he's, deceased. Yeah. That's how much people hold him to a regard. They don't even want to let him go.
Not at all. Not at all.
So go ahead.
And I was just about to say, to the same degree they did Christ, his name couldn't die off.
Now that's a name we don't. So now that's taking it to a bigger, like what they're saying, as far as a culture. Mm-hmm. That's how we are. Like, some of us didn't gravitate to Christ like that, those that went against him. But for those of us that did, we, like I said, make sure his name live on, right?
Right.
So that's a key point they brought out there. So it's in connection with why we bring out this point of, okay, if that type of connection is could be in the direction of an artist, we need to get some understanding of that, right? On both sides, right?
Right.
So it says, in phenomena seemingly larger than over ourselves, it feels good to sit back and look outward. It feels good to rely on someone else, and when that someone else comes through, it feels good to have our expectations met. We build our relationships on patience, trust, and existence and subsequent fulfillment of promises. See, this is what ties into why we really want to hear from the listeners. What are some of the subsequent fulfillments of promises that you all expect from artists?
And that's a real great question, because I know me personally as a listener. You know, I know I'm an artist, but I'm a listener first. I'm a listener first. So when it comes to music, it's like when I hear somebody talking it, I be trying to see them walk it too. I be trying to see them walk that.
Especially along these lines, right? So that's why I say I want to hear from you when you was in the world. Like, why was you so into this particular artist? But definitely crossing over into those that's upholding a different standard, which is ministering Christ through their music, right?
Y'all go ahead and call in to the Zoom call. Don't be ashamed.
Run that number. If some may not be looking at the screen, what it is.
All right. We're gonna dial 192. Hold on. Yup, 1-929-205-6099. And then you're gonna be led to your meeting ID, which is 806-442-0631. Hit it for y'all one more time. 1-929-205-6099. That's the call-in number. And the meeting ID is 806-442-0631.
So, and this is for the artists and the listeners, right? Finishing out this paragraph, it says, relationships are urging, and when we apply them to the music, their benevolence comes into question. So, hey, that's some strong words, right?
Right.
Keep going. All right, it says, what I mean is the artist-fan relationship is as wrought as any other relationship is in our life. This relationship is a symbiotic minefield wherein two or more people have to navigate endless expectations, dehumanizations, and disappointments. So I know they probably like, what's that word you just said, man? So I looked into that word, right? And some maybe, the scholars in the audience, right? Symbiotic, right? Minefield. So in a statement, it says, combined or interdependent relationships where both are dependent yet have the likelihood of problems. So when I was looking into the words and the whole statement there, it was like, this is what it means. So it's a interdependent relationship where we're both dependent on each other. We both need each other, right?
Right.
And on both ends, we shouldn't tarnish that, right? And we need to get more familiar, more connected as much as we can, and more of an understanding on how to cherish these relationships as artists and fan base, right?
And that's one reason why when I do talk to some artists, it's good to be humble. It's good to be meek. But once you start doing music, you gotta keep your social presence up, because people want to know who you are. People want to, in a way, be like you. They look up to you, kind of like a big brother or a big sister or a role model. Let's just say that, like a role model. They start looking at you like a role model.
Fine. But like I said, this is our perspective. What's your perspective, right? And there was some key things you stated there, man. We just got to live up to that standard. So I wanted to ask the question. This is something to keep in mind as well for those that may call in. So, some people have humility into their songs. Will you respect an artist that's more stern? Are you turned off by a stern, representation of Christ?
Hey, y'all go ahead and call in, because I want to hear what y'all got to say on that part, because that's what I want. I want to hear that. So go ahead, hit that call in number. Y'all call in. Do not be ashamed to show your face and let your voice be heard.
Right. Somebody said an example. Call in so we can hear what you mean. So you can ask a question or, pose to the audience and we can hopefully get some understanding. So finishing off this article and what we was at there. Okay, yeah. It says both the artist and the fan must have more than a fraction of patience and trust for the other. Both parties are continually making and breaking promises. Everything about the artist-fan relationship feels like a jagged two-way street. And it is. Like I said, the artists are trusting, I'm going to give you my time, things like that. You're going to come through with the album. But sometimes the audience can be like, a little too pushy, like, it's been too long. It's been 2 weeks. She ain't dropped a single. So I said, let us know. But I know some artists back there like, man, you hitting it right now. Especially those that, that's been out doing the work and have reached a broader audience.
Oh man, that just reminded me of a video I saw on TikTok. I think it was J. Cole. He had dropped a single, and the album was the single was so dope, and everybody was waiting for the album, and he pushed the album back. They made a little snippet video where it's like, hey yo, will you go? Hey yo, I need that album right now. It was all up in his face, and he was just, boy, when I tell you, it was mad funny. But it was like that was how bad they wanted this music. That was how bad they wanted this music to where it was like, hey, look, I'm threatening your life for this, man. I need this.
Right, and see now artists need to hear from the listeners to see, okay, is there a void when music is not continuously produced? Like I said, that's what we're striving to do here at TBT Radio, to bridge these gaps, get more insight on from both parties to see, okay, how can we fix it? How can we better this as a community? Because as artists, we are obligated to give you all the best and give you what you expect. Wouldn't you say the same? But how can we know if you don't communicate? So that's what this show is all about.
Right.
Come on in, let us know what it's going to be. So, like I said, we got quite a bit on, and we want to make sure we cover it. We don't want our guests sitting there too long. So we're going to, with that, I'm going to pose the questions while y'all get this, you get a chance to go through the promotions and the break, right? This is the question for the audience, all right? What do the supporters hope to gain from the artist's content? All right? That's for the audience. Once again, that's what do the supporters hope to gain from the artist's content? If we have an artist that want to call in, why is it important for us to cater to the audience? Why? All right? Y'all stick with us. We're going to break, and we're going to come back with our special guest.
All praises. All right, so real quick, word from our sponsor. Sand of the Seas. So they got an event going on, a 21-week course where they offering all kinds of things with business. It's starting April 24th, 2022. Look, y'all got to get in this. I'm even going to be in it myself, because this is something definitely beneficial for being self-sufficient. Us continuing to do what TBT does, bridging that gap with our people concerning business and being more business minded, and seeing if it's, hey, you got something here you're going to be able to pick up and take with you and apply to yourself. Have something for your family to build that legacy that the Most High put us on the earth to build all the way up to the kingdom. So y'all make sure that y'all check that out there. That's something definitely dope that y'all want to get into. What else do we got here? Also, y'all already know KSR. We still having our 70% off sale at KSR, and y'all get y'all mixing and mastering. If you are artists, make sure y'all definitely come mess with me on that with the mixing and mastering. Your first 70% off. So when you come get your first mix and master with me, it's 75% off. Make sure you text, use the code, stop the video, pause the video, go back, and make it do what it do.
In all white, I wanna talk to you. Head held high with no shame, I wanna walk to you. Knowing I did all that I could to get my all to you. Only you can make me brand new, so can you die to you?
No
on the topic we're talking about tonight. So, like we've been looking from, afar and, admiring, everything that you all are doing and said that you would do. And we're seeing some fruits of it today. So the song you just heard was Joy off their latest, Friday or Drop Friday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, praise to the Most High. Look. And for those who missed it, oh Lord, I missed it. I was trying to find it. It was I was everywhere. I got they hit me up in the Instagram, so I got to see it a little bit through the Instagram. And I was like, dang, how you get through it? One of the other folk had sent it. They was like, they live. I'm like, they live. How do I get to it?
Right.
So I was messed up. I got frustrated.
Oh.
I got frustrated.
We're going to make it easier for you. Just, stick with us. We wrong.
It was me. It wasn't you. It was me.
But hey, do you see that though? But this is the communication we're talking about, right?
See?
So being able to communicate with artists and the listener or those that's trying to reach the artist, right? Because we know coming out of the world, that was very mind-boggling. But maybe, in this community, we could make it a whole lot better, right? So what he's speaking about is the clip you all saw, leading up to the song Joy. Those are some of the scenes from the release party, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
How was that for you all?
It was great.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
We had a nice turnout.
Yes.
I mean, we just had a good time.
The room was just filled with love.
It was very exciting. We had a lot of support.
Mm-hmm.
So it was. We gave them a show. Something to see.
It looked like it was a whole vibe up in there. Like seriously,
It
no
was.
doubt. It was like,
we had
look,
some good people open for us. It was good.
Yes.
yeah, I saw the lights. It was the lights for me, and then it was like the whole setup and the whole get down was real professional looking. It was, oh man. Let me see if I can.
That's the TTK team. That's that Remnant Media team.
Striving for excellence.
Look. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Look. Where we going in the new Hebrew excellence hashtag?
Yeah. Everybody been saying that part. I said that way.
That way,
so,
yeah.
So yeah, man, that's why all praise we were able to reach out to you all and have you all come in and speak on, from an artist perspective, the importance of catering. We're catering to our audience and to the listeners and to our fellow brothers and sisters, right? Mm-hmm. So that was very professional. So one question I want to ask: were there as far as the audience, was it only those that was well familiar with you all, or was there some people that were not so in tune with what you all had going on?
It was open to the public, so it was people, anybody could come.
Some people brought people that they thought would enjoy, and they did.
The feedback we got was overwhelming. They said that some people said that we didn't know what to expect coming to, just a Christian concert, as they said, but they really thoroughly enjoyed themselves. They were up dancing and
they thought they was gonna be bored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gave them something to come back for,
And see, this is going to set the tone. This is like what y'all did. This is really going to set the tone in the community, and it's taking the bar up. Definitely out the frame. It took the bar up.
All praises.
So we're gonna dive more into the project as we get a little later, but let's stick on the topic. So. I don't know who wants to take the question, but it's open for all three. When it comes to the artist and audience relationship, how important is it as an artist?
I mean, honestly, of course, we do this rooted in Christ. We always gonna, put him at the forefront. But in order for us to really reach who we need to, the supporters are the lifeline of it getting to where it needs to get. And without the supporters, then, we're, it's not moving. It's not going anywhere. So it's vital that we engage them. It's vital that we're listening because they're the lifeline. They are the lifeline. That's what we're doing it for, is to reach people. And so it takes, each one reach one. That's what it's about.
Solid.
Anybody else want to take a jab at it? Or she pretty much summed it up?
I think she pretty much summed it up.
And that you hit it right on the head, sis. Like that's the mindset that both parties have to be in for this message to reach newer heights, newer audience, to grow exponentially as we know it can. But it's only so much that the artist can do, but it's only so much that the audience can do as well. We have to work together as a team. It's a team effort. But this is the thing I want to point out, right? This is more so not, looking down on the audience, but just for us to reflect on, right? Coming out of the world, we would jump over hoops, hurdles, and all kind of things for these different artists that was exalting something that's degrading,
Right.
the people, right? That's pretty much a menace to our society.
That's good.
We need that same energy, right? For Christ.
Right. Absolutely. That and more.
And more.
Right, whatever you would have given for the world, you're supposed to give 100 times more than that.
And it's just like, bring it, like, it's like we have to learn to bring it over. And I had this conversation with somebody as well. Like, when we got baptized, we left a lot of that stuff in the water, thinking like, oh, that's supposed to go with demons. No. Hey, that you bring that here with you. Like, we still keep that same mindset towards, when people have businesses, or what we're talking about now, like artistry. When they do music, hey, look, communicate with them, talk to them. It don't be ashamed to say, hey, look, I'm a fan of your music, or I'm a follower of your music. It touched me this way. Don't be ashamed to, really be engaging with the truth artists, thinking that it's like, okay, we not in the world, we not supposed to be like that towards artists.
Because what does that do? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of Paul. You know what I'm saying? He was very articulate. He was able to, work and, had skills from the other nations that he was involved with. He spoke all these different languages and all this, that, or whatever. But those skills were the very things that were able to make him so anointed and edifying in his work, doing Christ's work.
And that's it. It's work. So when you say, I like your music, that music is that's their work. That's the work that they put in.
Right. So we have to use those skills that we're learning. You may have learned them in the world, but the Most High put you in those places and put us in those areas to learn those things so that He can be glorified with those skills. We are here, we are earthly vessels, but everything we're placed in these different experiences and things for His purpose.
Because we're not earthly beings.
Absolutely.
And like I said, through that, like even with them, when you do hear one to say it touched my soul, it helped me get out of a rut, a dark place spiritually, that motivates the artist to get that feedback.
Absolutely.
It was that same deal like I told y'all with the song.
Confirmation.
Absolutely. And it lets you know that you're on the right track. You doing something, you moving in purpose.
So like, we wasn't trying to talk over you.
No. You good. I gotta have an open ear. But what I was saying, all I was saying was, it was the same thing. Like when y'all first came on, and I first got hip to y'all music. I'll Pray For You. It was another song that song replaced. That song overshadowed a song that was kind of to that same degree, but it's like, okay, now we got the name of the Most High, and when I'm feeling down, and it's like, okay, I just need that. This song got everything that I need in it. Versus that song had everything that I need in it, but it was like the name, I had to bypass the name and everything like that. But this one was just everything that I needed.
That's a blessing. That's such a blessing.
So, with that coming out, all right, now we speaking towards the audience, but speaking toward ourselves now, are we open for criticism? Like, as the artist, come on, artists, I know we got something listening, like, if we're expecting or have this expectation of support from the audience, we need to give them the best.
Absolutely. We have to. I think we have to receive those criticisms. So, like you said, so we can give them what they need. In a sense, the way that they need it. Sometimes, without those criticisms, we really don't know how we stand. It kind of hinders us. It could be, something that'll keep us from growing the way that we need to grow doing the work if we're not paying attention to those criticisms. Because again, we can't just be in this thing glorifying us and thinking everything we doing is just perfect and good. Those criticisms are the things that make you better.
Right.
So, it's just like this walk. If we walking around thinking that we already good, well, what do we need the Bible for? What do we need to show up to the Sabbath for? What do we need to do all that for if we already think we got it?
Yeah, what you working towards?
So in the same sense with the work, we have to be open to those corrections or criticisms to help us be better.
Absolutely.
Solid. Because that's exactly pretty much what it was saying in the article as well. If those that was here in the beginning, heard the article, pretty much having those expectations, one of another. Because as an artist, I'm expecting for, if my music is whack, or I said something that was like, okay, that was offensive, or I did something that wasn't to my image, hey, hit my inbox.
But this is the sad thing. Well, I ain't gonna say sad thing. This is the reality. Truth be told, some artists put things out and expect everybody to to rock with it. No. You gotta expect the unexpected sometimes, and that's why, like I said in the article, it spoke. It gotta be patience on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Allow the artist to get to that standard you want them to be, but also, be patient with your audience and, get where you need to be. Because like I said, you need their support, but also, it's a balance. And if we find that fine-tuned balance and get that chemistry going, like I said, man, we done seen we've all encountered in our upbringing some fanatic extremes when it comes to the music, right? As a matter of fact, y'all make sure y'all come next show. That's going to be one of the things we're going to dive into. Fanatic or followers. Right? Getting it's something there. We need to figure out what it is. But this is just understanding, on a not so much a soft, but on a serious note of the responsibility we both have for this ministry to grow, or this sector of us growing as a nation to grow, because we know that music is boundless. It is boundless, right? It's different heights that the ministry can go, or the gospel can go through music, done properly with the necessary support and the necessary professionalism, which you all have definitely displayed, right?
Right.
So without further ado, we got another aspect of the show coming in. One of our beloved brethren, Jeremiah Young.
Yeah, all praise. Look. We gotta make our own. Look, I'm gonna get a new soundboard now. The soundboard is coming back.
We not getting any sound right now.
Okay.
He's.
Oh, from Jeremiah.
We can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
He's saying something now?
Yep.
I can't hear you.
Oh.
You're very faint.
Oh, Jeremiah early ain't got no sound from you.
No sound from me.
There we go.
There we go. All praise to the high, now.
All praise.
Oh, is that sound now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
coming.
look, he made it whole again. He touched it. He said, "Be thou whole."
All
that
praises. All praises.
So our Ak is coming to us from across the waters. Like I said, we connected in the spirit. We connected in the body. Like I said, it's a tall body.
Yes, sir.
To reach that far, right?
Yeah.
So, but all praises, man. Glad you could come through. So, want to pose the same things to you, Akia. How important is the audience, with the artist and audience relationship from your vantage point?
Well, first of all, I don't want to forget something. Something has been in my mind. I just want to say huge congratulations to T.T.K. The news is just breaking now.
Praise.
Oh boy, man, I missed that memo.
Uh-huh.
Man, a huge congratulations to you all. And honestly, like I really love how professional you people are and how serious you are taking the work that the Most High has given you. And I pray that he continues to show you, to grant you his mercies, multiply his mercies as you continue on this journey. Honestly, this concerning the artist and the fan relationship, it's oh boy.
Yeah, we know you got some experience there, so yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I like about this show is how you people break down things to the tiniest little details, so people can actually understand. Out here in Africa, for the most part, from the part of Africa I come from in Nigeria, when we communicate, it's like we speak on the level of the roots of trees. So we just need to say just a word. Our languages, our tribes are not really as detailed as English. So you have to be able to break down, a huge, explanation in by just bringing out one word. So we talk in how do you call it now? We speak in roots of trees, and I noticed that you guys speak in the tree, the branch, the stem. You're going into details. So it's such a blessing to be here because I learn a lot. I learn a lot from this show. So with regards to this issue, man, you guys had me thinking seriously because initially one of the first things that I think about when I think about fans, the way I see fans, is similar to how in the book of Matthew, somewhere chapter 9, it talks about how Christ went into some of the villages and the crowds, he was moved with compassion. And meanwhile, there's a what do you call it? Societal expectation that once you have numbers like that, people coming out in droves, that these numbers are supposed to convert to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's an opportunity. That's a financial opportunity. But Christ wasn't looking at them like that. He was looking at them rather with compassion. So you see, now we are not Christ. Christ is Christ. No, none of us is Christ. You know what I'm saying? So, but we, as part of the sheep, and are also being sent as sheep among wolves, there are high expectations that fans have from us. They hold us to real high standards. And people that live not for Christ, but for fans, they most of the time fall into, those traps of, trying to please the fans. And then that's where you have this entire celebrity culture. Meanwhile, of course, fame and popularity, that one definitely comes from the Most High. He's the one that gives that. It's something you do that spreads your fame abroad. That's about you. But the celebrity is about what the people expect from you. And we know what the Most High says about dealing with the audience. So now it means that since there are so many high expectations from the listeners, from us, then let's say from T.T.K, just listening to that song, man, my mind, it just exploded my mind into, I'm like, what's going on here? This is like back in the day when I was listening to people like Tony Braxton or the Braxton's family, and that music used to be so good. And then listening to that entire spirit, the energy now taken up to another level, and then it's coming in the truth again. I'm like, man, you people have topped the bar. Now, for me, talking about fan and artist relationship, what I want to see happen is I want to see also the audience, the fans, let's learn how to. The Bible says a prophet is not without honor except in his own hometown. But if you remember when he says, Jerusalem, you shall not see me until you say, blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord. So it just means that blessed is the hometown that honors its prophet. So Jerusalem, let's look at these young ladies. Let's do what fans are supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk too much. Yeah.
Hey, but that's great though, cause like some of what you're saying, man, is definitely gonna segue. So we may have to pull you back in, and whoever else would like to come in next week, like understanding, like that's why we kind of shy away from saying fans a lot of times. Well, in the past, but we got some newfound understanding on that, right? So for the sake of the show, we say listeners now, but when we go into it, we're gonna make more sense of it because for some people they have a sour taste in their mouth, but we're gonna explain it, right? But you just hit it on the head again, man. I'm loving the point you brought out with Christ, and us having compassion and really having a respect for those that take the time out to listen to our music and support our music, and also to fund and support it in financially. We have to have compassion on them and make sure that, like I said, not only are we presenting them with good content musically, but also portraying it in our walk.
Yeah.
Like you said, those were the things, like, because Christ wasn't just talking about it, he was walking it, and you can see, like you said, he had droves of people. Right. Seeking what it is he was dropping, and all praises for his example, right?
Yes, sir.
And flipping it on the other side, right? So with that, like I said, I know you've been doing music and for a while, right? How have you handled the supporters, and how has it been a difficult task, challenging task? Any insight to artists that may be wondering, and still learning how to have that compassion, or be a right example, or at least a stand-up person for those that may be in the world, a stand-up person for those that are inspired by their music.
So first things first that I think young artists need to know is that he who walks on an altar will eat from that altar. So that's supposed to give all of us the mindset to be, if we could just die to that whole celebrity, to understand that it's like when I was listening to T.T.K talk, their primary focus was Christ. That's all they were talking about. That's the only thing. It's just the work. It's about the work. So that's exactly where our minds are supposed to be primarily. So if you work on this altar, if this is what you do, if you are a workman that has actually done your due diligence with regards to the word of the Most High is he got you. So he's gonna help you. So you don't need to try to fleece anyone. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, like when I was growing up, I did not understand that dynamic, the fan. So once it came, I started to become haughty, and then, obviously, what happens with that, you come falling down,
Right.
So there were no teachers. I didn't really understand what that was, I just made a song because I was messing around, and it just exploded on the radio. It's like one of these, I accidentally became, a superstar type situation out here. So I was not ready. I was not prepared. I didn't have the prior knowledge, just like you're bringing it here on this platform now. So now, if anyone is listening to this, what they should look at is that you have to build your own audience patiently. You have to take the time to do your due diligence, because here's what I'm saying. There's we always grow during the journey. It is during the journey that you find that growth. That journey of building of the seed being planted and starting from that tiny little shrub and then now growing up into this little stem with a few leaves and then maturing into a huge tree, you know, it learned so much. It learned so much. It had to withstand a few battles with the wind and with the sun and so on and so forth. So that's really what happens when you are growing. You have to build, if you have only 10 followers, be faithful to those 10.
That's right.
There has to be a mindset that I'm gonna be grateful. As remember the story of the talents. I'm not gonna be looking at someone's plate that has a larger, you know, amount of food, while my own food is growing cold in front of me.
Jeremiah, I want to say something. To that real quick. I was having this conversation with somebody, and they was talking about like, man, my numbers is low. You know, I make a lot of music. My numbers is low, and I was like, look, you got for this one video right here, that video right there, this video right here. It's about 100 here. It's about 200 there. I'm like, that's still a whole lot. Even though it's 100, cause like what we doing, like you said. We'll look at these mainstream artists and we'll see like 1 million views, 60,000 views. That's all good and dandy. But you gotta think about it like this. Say for instance, we didn't have this internet. We were still doing concerts. Picture 100 people coming to come see you do a show.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fit 100 people in my house. That's still a lot of people.
Exactly.
But on the flip side, you just turn something on for me, right? Now, imagine us as artists, right? We're still growing, still battling with the flesh, right? Mm-hmm. And you're putting music out, right? And you just got a few followers and listeners, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that the Most High is taking record of everything, every idle word, right? So imagine if you did have millions of listeners now, and you strayed them the wrong way.
Hey.
Right.
Now now the 100 would seem a lot better because you like, at least he might let me slide with 100, but millions.
Yeah.
And now we can look at those in the world, those numbers that they got the answer for that when they go before the judge. Because they definitely ain't telling them to go follow Christ. At least we striving to, right? So man, see that the PR, the managers and all that, they not telling them that.
Right.
The promoters, they just gonna click and send your music where it need to be. They know you got the answer for it though.
To whom much is given, much is required.
Say.
And see, that's why we take it a little bit, on this side, us folk here,
you're right.
Sitting before you now, we take it a little bit serious, a lot more serious. If it take a little while, maybe I'm working on something.
Right.
Maybe I'm trying to get my house right, or something. But hey, it's serious. But hey, you brought a key point out, Jeremiah. If you got anything else, you could dive back in before we get ready to talk about the grandiose reason why our sisters are on.
Oh, fantastic. No. Come on, man. Like all your feedback is really like I said, I love these conversations. Iron just keeps sharpening iron, man. All praises to the Most High. So so you continue to build. You don't worry, you don't disturb yourself concerning all these mundane things. You focused your spirit more on the heavenly reward, which comes from the fruits of the spirit. If something is not happening your way, you have to learn how to be patient in tribulation. If you're going through hardships, if certain things are going certain ways, you just have to learn how to be patient, and then patience and temptation, they are always together in the same space. Anyway, that's just it. Nothing else. With time, God is going to grow that seed. It's going to explode and become what it needs to be. But we are not supposed to be too focused on that. Yeah.
That's right.
and be thankful for these, like that one talent he give us. Double that.
Double
You
that.
know, maybe that's all he wants you to do. He know us better than we know ourselves. So all praises for you all's input on the topic for tonight. So as we get ready to end the show, we got treats. And you may be wondering, like, we got TTK, we got Jeremiah, like, what's the connection here, right? So we want to talk a little bit about the wonderful project you all just released. We want to get some insight on the journey, and like I said, like us just looking from afar, like seeing the care and the extra effort you all was putting into shaping this project and the leading up process. Shout out to my Aunt Torrance. He was telling me how it was, man. That brother there was very diligent. Man, shout out to him. To just, and then with you all's talent and y'all, I know it was a lot of I know we talked about that on the last show, long nights and long days too. But just want to get a little bit of insight. Tell the people a little bit about the project, TTK, the journey.
Well, as you said, it's been a long time coming. It took us about a year to do this project, and we didn't want to rush it. Some songs that we thought was gonna go on the album actually didn't even make it on the album.
Right.
So I mean, we prayed about some things. We put a lot of thought into this. We didn't just want to put out anything. We had to make sure this is what the Most High had. This is what He wanted us to put out.
Right.
And so we did a couple of collabs, and I mean, it's just been a wonderful journey. We had a couple of hiccups, like I said, like we say all the time. We put everything we had into this album. We had some actual tears. We had a lot of bonding and learning each other, and just all kinds of stuff going on. But at the end of the project, we just praise the Most High that it came together, that we were able to finish it, and that we did it with purpose, and we did it in His will and not our own.
Absolutely.
And I can actually see that, from the last show up to now, how the bond has come a little bit more tighter than what it was at that point. Because I know at that point, it already looked like it was tight. At this point now, it looked like, what's that one game that we used to play as children? Red Rover. If somebody played Red Rover with y'all, they ain't breaking it.
But you know what? Do it though. Like you said, with some tears, right? A lot of times we don't want this part when it comes to marriages, brotherhood, sisterhood. We don't want the adversity.
Yeah.
But adversity makes the relationships what?
Stronger. Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't they gotta realize that it's everything in your relation, in your friendship, in your marriage. It's not gonna be just no wrinkles in there. Like when we come together, we come from two different backgrounds. We stay ironing out wrinkles.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead, sis.
It's still a blessing, Like you said, through adversity comes the blessing on the other side of that when it's done in Christ.
Yes.
Remembering why we're here. We're remembering who we are. We're learning each other's character. You know what I'm saying? We know each other's character in Christ. We're learning more of each other because we're having to connect on a deeper level. So when you're really trying to bond with somebody on a spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? We can't just be okay with mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to the roots and the depths of who each other are, so we can do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? In Christ, and He has to purge us. He got to purge us. He got to rebuild us. He got to give us new things, and all of that cleaning. And we just praying that it shows forth in the project, in the album.
See, if we could get that through the project and everybody get that spirit, we'll be tight as about it.
Yeah.
Because you got to keep in mind. Oh, sorry,
She's talking.
I'm off screen. I swear my baby needed me. But you got.
This a family show. Look. If y'all ain't realized by now, audience, we is family. Yeah, I said is. We is family.
Right.
But
babies in.
But alongside, what my sisters say with the tears and everything, and facing adversity and bonds growing tighter. As we're in this walk with Christ, we have a common goal to unify the body and to grow stronger in Christ. So if the goal is to unify the body and grow in Christ, then that's why that comes. That's why you face adversity, because you're growing alongside each other, and not only alongside each other, but with one another. It's one vine, and vines intertwine. They don't lay next to each other perfectly.
You better say that.
So, and that's how you know you're doing it right. So,
the suffering of Christ. You know
right.
what I'm saying? We gotta suffer in our flesh. You gotta suffer in those things that we gotta work on. You know what I mean? So we can do his work.
Come on. Hey, it's coming all the way out. Because like I said, it happens with...
We can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, we can't hear y'all.
Can't hear.
Uh-oh. Can y'all hear us now?
Can y'all hear us? Still nothing?
Nothing? I hear you all fine. I hear you guys fine.
Okay, so Jeremiah said he can hear us.
Okay.
For the listeners, can y'all hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear y'all.
I can hear
Y'all
everyone.
can hear us? Okay.
Yeah.
Listeners, can you hear all of us?
Oh, no, they ain't doing no.
Oh, it's us. Hold on.
Okay.
It's us?
Yeah.
There it is.
It was us.
Y'all,
Can we hear you now?
Okay,
we hear you now. We hear you now.
Cool. So what I was saying is y'all bring it all the way out. Man, it kind of threw me off where I was going with it, but we want this tight knit bond with the whole situation with us as audience and artists.
Right.
Go through the adversity with us, that build, that bond. Cause like I said, that's real, right? That's endeavoring, to keep that bond of peace and love, right? So.
Hey, Shalom. Hey, this is October. Another aspect that I don't think that we pay attention to. I know we talk about the artists and the supporter bond, but what about the artist and artist bond? And so many times we look at it as competition and study. It's a major body of work, and we all got our piece and our part, right? And when we get 10 supporters, we want to just keep those 10 to ourselves. You understand? But if you had 10, I had 10, and you shared your 10, that's 10 that's 20 for you and 20 for me, and then we keep on going. If the goal is Christ, if the goal is about taking this message to the four corners of the earth,
and unity,
you see what I'm saying? One body is many members, right? And so we all joint heirs and laborers in the work. And so that's the focus, man. When you go there and you see artists, and that's the thing that I watch. I watch how other artists receive you. You know what I mean? Because I come from a time where playing on stage, man. If you're doing a set, hey man, the other keyboard player, he might even want you to plug into his rig. You know what I mean? Or hey, you get ready to do your set, they'll kick the cord out on you or something like that. You know what I mean? They'll do anything to sabotage you so you won't upstage them or they won't perceive. And I'm like, hey guys, we all playing on the same stage. Hey, the ticket's already sold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The ticket's already sold. Why are we doing this to one another? You know what I mean? As I always said, all right, man, ain't no sense hey, we got the same rig. You can play mine, that's fine. You know what I mean?
David Ruffin, don't it?
Right. So I think that we really, man, have to, begin to look at that, man, building artists and artist bonds, and then the supporters come, man, at that, because they watching us. We got to be an example, right? And so we got to really walk this way out. That's what I stay on the sisters about. Hey, are we living what we're singing about? Are we really? Can I see it manifested? You know what I mean? And that's what it's really got to be about. Even as artists, are we really being brotherly? Are we really being sisterly to each other? Or are we taking a carnal perspective? As the world do. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but I'm just content and I want to be content with what the Most High put in my hand and be faithful over that.
Yes, sir.
Your work is your work. Our work is our work.
Amen. But it's all.
But it's all
be
Christ's
for
work.
Christ.
But
Right.
it's
We're
all
gonna be
Christ's work.
building a kingdom, right? We said one faith, one Lord,
Right.
one baptism. So it will have one mission.
Yes.
And
So,
that's
hey, you brought it out, man. Definitely for the artists, we are supposed to be together. And like I said, that's the world. They competing with each other. They beefing.
Right.
Yeah, we don't deal with unclean, but we ain't beefing though. You know, you see what I'm saying? We supposed to be together, knit tight under the Lamb. So, but yeah, I'm with that all the way. Let's support each other, even as artists. You know, I share yours, you share mine. You know, it's a community that set the standard. Let's be different from what the world displays. So we seeing a beautiful cover. Are they able to see the cover?
And I see they got some merch going on over there. It's like I can't look. I see the merch cut. Look, the merch cut. They got the girly, they got the hoodie. I saw the shirt. The shirt has the t-shirt. That one right there. That one stuck out to me.
I got a question. Would you wear this?
I would wear that.
So I gotta ask you. I hate
Now
to
that's
do
me.
I hate to do this to the marketing team, but when we was getting this shirt, I was like, the brothers would wear the shirt. They would wear the shirt.
I didn't think so.
The only brother right now that has this shirt is my husband. He was like, this is what I want.
My husband he wanted, but I thought it was
And look at it like this. Look at y'all. And from my perspective, because now I understand why other brothers would be like, oh no, I wouldn't wear that shirt. The reason why I'm wearing it in support of my sisters to get the word out about their music. You know,
the shirt in itself gets the word out. Like every time I wear this shirt, somebody goes, "Oh, I like your shirt," and I'm like, "Really? It's me and my sisters. We got a neo-soul Christian group, and it like literally they'll be like, "Oh, give me your stuff, give it to me." So like the shirt in itself literally does bring attention to. Because like look at it, like it's all these shades of brown.
but as far as marketing, and I put this out there real quick, it's going to be more profitable for women. It's going to be more profitable for women because they're going to ask a woman about the shirt versus the man about it. But it'll be like, oh, if they do, yeah, this is a group that I support. Hey, check out their music. Scan this on my phone right here.
Okay.
And see, once again, another communication that's needed.
Yeah. Right.
Hint. We had the what was it? We had the raffle, and we only had two, and I gotta be open and honest. We only had 2 people participate. And we really need everybody to let us know y'all thoughts. Let us know y'all opinions because we go through a lot to bring what we do to y'all. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of resources, time,
which is one of the most valuable things.
The
on
biggest
earth right
thing,
now. and it's running out. We see what's going on, but yeah, go ahead. That way.
So that way. So it take a lot of those things, and when we get feedback, that helps things get even better and us take things to the next level. Because if you say, "Hey, y'all missing this," or y'all could do this. Hey, somebody else probably might catch what you looking at that we may need might catch somebody else. Now we have somebody else in the fold that's looking towards Christ now.
Absolutely.
And that makes exactly what you're saying. You know, even though we're artists and we are doing the work, and yes, we want to have the supporters, we also, in doing this for the body of Christ and for Christ, you know, I also want to put some accountability on the supporters as well, because this is another source. Us being artists in this music and so forth is another source for you to bring someone else to the body. So I do want to shout out and say that we appreciate all of our supporters who bought albums and CDs for people who are not in this truth, people who don't know Christ, and they're like, hey, check this out and listen to it, you know, because that's how we're going to be able to reach more people. So it's also, you know, we are also an avenue for other people who may not be artists or so forth, be doing this particular work. This is another source and another way for you to also bring people to Christ. So, you know, we have to look at it as we're still all doing the work together to the kingdom. You know what I mean? We're doing it for the kingdom. We're doing it for Christ. So it's also, I would say, you know, the responsibility of our supporters as well in what we're doing.
So diving back into the project, right? We said we got some features, right? So for those that haven't copped it yet or went and bought that, where can they get it? How many tracks on it, and what's some of the features that's on it? What can they expect on this project?
Definitely. So we have
12.
We have 12 songs on the album.
That's right.
And, features.
Yep,
we have
two features.
We have 2 features. One of them is with our on Sundown with our brother Azar Shar. I always say his last name wrong. So with our brother Azar, and then of course we have our brother right with us, Jeremiah.
Or it's Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, yeah. You got it finally. You got it, yeah.
Had to go through the growing pains, huh, Jeremiah? How you tearing it up?
Jeremiah.
We're getting so much great feedback. Some of the favorites are the ones that we have the features on. You know, and they are loving it. We had a sister on our Instagram page who was saying that yesterday she had posted that she loves the I Come to Give Him Praise with Jeremiah. And posted again this morning. I can't stop listening to this song. I listened to it all day and I woke up with it in my spirit. Like she woke up asleep. You know, so hearing those things is such a blessing, because who doesn't want to wake up with a praise for the you know, for the Lord in their heart?
And it's confirmation. It makes me want to do more. I'm like, okay, so I know we just got done with our album, but
we're working on the source of the next.
Look, I'm trying to see some music videos, because we're gonna have a show on that coming soon as well. We need to see, as a community, more high quality music videos.
We might have one in the bank.
Or two.
Oh, I thought y'all was gonna do at least 4.
Look at him, he trying to put the pressure on y'all.
Look. Yeah.
Audience, what do y'all say?
Look.
What do y'all say?
Audience, how many videos you think y'all should they should do from this album? If y'all heard the album, y'all haven't.
Just don't say 12.
Look. I was telling Ak, I said, man, we was talking about the Life album. I'm like, man, every single song is a music video. I'm like, and Deacon Yakai sent a shout out. Shout out to Deacon Yakai too. That's my deacon right there. That's my favorite deacon. I'm just gonna be straightforward. That's my favorite deacon right there. He be talking this talk. But yeah, Deacon Yakai, he had sent a shout out on Facebook, speaking about the Life album, you know, and I was like, man, just bringing it back to remembrance. It's like, okay, a lot of those songs, they need a visual. Because sometimes we do tracks and they are visual worthy. They are visual worthy to where it'll snatch 10 times more souls than the track just being plain by itself.
That's what the world is doing. Cause who sing a sign, y'all?
It's real.
That's right. So we have to tap into it, right? So we got 4.
Yep, at least 4.
At least 4 videos. We got a 12.
12.
Yeah, 12.
We got a 12. We got a 12.
We got 2 12s.
We got 2 4s.
Wow.
He said 1 to 4.
Yeah, we got 2 12s. We got 3 4s. 1 to 4. So that's 3 4s at least. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell us which ones they want to see.
Yeah, y'all need to go get the journey so you can go on the journey. Cause literally, the tracks are like, that's how they lined up. So then you can tell us what part of the journey you want to see.
So how we gonna get that feedback? Since we talking about it, how do we get the feedback? How do we build that communication? How can they reach out once they listen to it? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people going after the show, they gonna go and figure out where they can get it, support it, grab it. Okay,
and it
so
looks
how
like
do
it.
Right.
That's how you know.
Ladies, the job.
Yeah, like that. Like
So
that.
you can go to our website, singttk.com, and it'll have all of our social media handles on there.
Yep.
Our Instagram page at singttk, our YouTube page singttk, and our Facebook and TikTok as well. Singttk.
We look at that stuff. Like if y'all tag us in it, we see it. Like we look at it. So
Yeah, that's solid.
let us know what y'all want. And then we're gonna pray about that thing.
Stay tuned for the sister you love.
And stay tuned. Oh yes, also sisters. So we have a song, Sisterly Love. All right, because we have to, of course, tell our sisters how much we love you all. So, we are going to have a TTK Sisterly Love Challenge. Okay? Stay tuned to the social media. And basically, we want you guys to show us your sisterly love through creating a video to the song. It don't have to be very long. It can be, 30 to 60 seconds. And we're going to have pretty much Sisterly Love Challenge. The winner at the end of the challenge will get a TTK Love package with TTK, t-shirt, get your hat, get you the album, we got some merch. We got some. Again, this is part of just being a support. And we also want to just express and show you guys our love and appreciation.
Absolutely. That actually was part of the motivation for that song in itself. So,
yeah.
I'm trying to give me a TTK snapback. Y'all doing TTK snapback?
He's extra, I'm telling you.
Look. Yeah. Sean know me. Everybody that know me, I'm special with a K. Look, y'all better know it.
Hey, that's the feedback we need.
We might be able to make that.
Okay.
Yeah, because where is it at? Oh, the hat. My hat's over there. Because I got a brew fit hat. I got the only special edition snapback brew fit hat.
Oh yeah.
They
shout out to Brewfit.
Shout out to Brewfit. Shout out to Brewfit. They looked out on you, bruh.
Con. So we do got Sister Kim Wiggins. She said, sundown, endure, joy, and I came to give him praise. That's her line up. So she said she's on the journey every day. So she already let y'all know what it is.
Yeah, sorry.
She's a big supporter, and we appreciate you, sister.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, shout out to the Wiggins family. If y'all ain't met the Wiggins family, oh man, beautiful people. They was on the broadcast the week
for the Passover.
Yep, for the Passover after party. Y'all, if y'all didn't get a chance to view that, go back and go view that. We had the Wiggins family on. We had the Deacons on. We had Ari on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Y'all better go read about it.
So we got Sister Canetta. I hope I'm not jacking your name up, because Sister Canetta Jackson says every song on the album is great quality.
Oh, praise.
Appreciate the feedback. We didn't get anybody on the call, and I guess nobody want to tell the truth. But hey, hopefully we'll get another one. Because when you come in, you got to tell the truth, because that's what we all about on this show. TBT.
You gotta let the truth be told live on the radio. Like, comment, and subscribe, and tell everyone you know the time. All right. We gonna chill out.
So as we get ready to wrap it up, we're gonna get ready to bring the connection in. So we're gonna talk a little bit about how was it working together with TTK and Jeremiah for the track I Came to Give Him Praise. How was that?
It was a beautiful, and thank you all at COE Entertainment for facilitating this beautiful communication and conversation. It's a proof that, man, y'all be working, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it was such a pleasure to work with them. I tried my fingers on a few things, and they picked it up. So you know, it was just supposed to be a sketch, you know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be a sketch, you know,
but we know when Mama touch stuff though, it's just it goes to the next level, and then y'all just connect, and then now we have a beautiful work of art there, man. So all praise.
Even though to be honest, you know, I can't wait to hear. You know, I've not heard it yet, and I don't know who to hold responsible for that. But you know what? No problem. You know, we'll do better next time. But I really can't. No. It was such a beautiful song. Listening to y'all's voices was just so awesome. Like just even the little sample you ran with your phone, I'm like, man, this is how you sound on the phone. I can't wait to hear, you know, the final product.
So sisters, how about y'all? Like working? I think. What was this your first feature, or how did that come to be? Is it was it your first feature? I know like the Pray With You was what everyone knew initially. So how was it working with Jeremiah, and what inspired it on your end?
Well, to say the least, I think we were fans of him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We listened to his music, and we have one of his songs that we actually danced to.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could ask, like, who would you want to do a collab with? He was like one of the top people that we could think of. And
Absolutely.
then when we got on the call with him and spoke with him, it was just like, man, his spirit is just like it just matched. It just like.
He did.
We're just like, we gotta work with him. Like he's like before we even, you know, he's saying like just speaking to him. He was very humble, very. Yes, the anointing was all on him. So we were just like, yeah, we have to work with him.
Absolutely.
And then
and we gotta come correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when we sent over our scratch, I was like, okay, does he like it? Like, I don't know what to think. And so then when he sent his back, I was like, man, this took my breath away. I sent his part back, and I was like, literally took my breath away. I was like,
can't stop playing.
I just couldn't. I was just playing that part over and over and over and over. It was just like a little piece of the song. I just kept playing it over and over. So it was a blessing to be able to work with him and to hear the song in its fullness. It's just even better.
It is.
You just immediately see Christ. Like you know his music from before. You're like, ooh, I like this music. That makes you a fan. It actually makes you want to know more about what he's talking about in his music. And the fact that he seemed as excited to work with us as we seemed to be working with him, which was also like, you know. So
I think you're such a worshiper, and I love that.
It was
such
so
a worshiper, and just everything, and you know, I'm just cleaning up and listening to it, and I'm just getting more excited, and I just feel the spirit in all of your work, and so just to be able to come together with you and do this was definitely a blessing, very humbling, and you know, it's all praises be to the Most High.
And what just came in the midst of that, and I want you to go ahead and speak to Jeremiah, but what just came in the midst of that, this is I didn't think about it before the show, and like we just bring y'all on, you know, to help get the word out about, you know, the album and all that, and then, you know, we bringing Jeremiah, you know, forward to speak about the song, but this is a clear case of what we're speaking about in the broadcast of a real relationship between artist and audience. This is a product of it.
Yes.
But what you all are showcasing and expressing is this is how it's done in Christ, though.
Right.
I was not puffed up. Yeah, I'm Jeremiah. No.
Right.
Humility, and it led to this beautiful work here. But go ahead, man. Just think about that. Man.
Oh no, you know. Here's the thing, you guys are looking at it as though I'm trying to be humble. No, I'm honored. It's a huge honor. You understand that, that the most I found, me worthy to be able to do some work that's going to put me in a place where I can work with people. You don't understand. When I was growing up, it used to be America is every Nigerian's dream. Of course, as a child, we were in America for a little bit. My sister's in Florida right now. You know what I'm saying? But, at this point, the entire journey that brought me here, and then to have this privilege, this honor. They used to call me Jerry Face McKnight because I used to listen to a lot of Babyface and Brad McKnight. So I mean, just basically the House of Judah out there colonized us, to be honest. So it's an honor for me, actually. So I thank the Most High for putting us together, bringing us together to do His work, and may He continue to prosper His work in our hands.
Oh, praises to the Most High.
So, if it's nothing else, brothers and sisters, if y'all don't have any closing statements, man, we're gonna get ready to dive into that track as we end this show. Anything else?
No, just thank you for having us on again.
Yes.
I know it.
And I want to say real quick, I typed in the website, and the album's on the website. And I'm searching Spotify and everything else to find the album, and the album is on the website. And I'm like, let me hurry up and get this album up. Get this website up, because they talking about the website. Let me get the website, and I click on music. It's right there. Lord have mercy.
You got started the source. Just
Right. If you want anything,
the Walmart to the rest of what you need. Just go to the website. It's all there. It's on there.
Look. That's we gonna chop it up too about that, bro. I'm telling you. Website. Get one. If you an artist, get one. Look, just going by this website right here. Look, y'all. This thing a nice piece of work. I ain't gonna go through the whole thing, because y'all got to go through the experience y'all self. This just the home page right here.
Shouts out to the media team and production team.
Remnant Media.
Remnant Media putting in that work. Yes. Remnant Media putting in that work. Praise the Most High. May they have many treasures in the kingdom. Many.
So want to say a big thank you for you all coming through. The water for your time, Jeremiah. We know we hope to see you more and more. The water for the spirit you bring that the Most High is giving you. The water for all of the audience. Love you all. Appreciate you coming through and supporting. And we pray that this message, this topic, has strengthened our bond with you all, and we hope that it strengthens your bond with, the artists that are out here doing the work, even spilling over to consumer and producers, that produce whatever it is you have in your field. So without further ado, we're going to play. We're going to let the track take us out. I came to give him praise, because that's what we came down here to this earth for. So we're going to give him his praise. Sir. And as we go into it, we're going to pray on it. And we're going to stay on it. It's been your brother.
And I chop for us.
Till next time.
Peace out. That's the sister salute. Oh, again.
This track. I feel a praise in my. I don't know. There is something about this track. I feel a praise in my spirit. How about y'all? Most definitely. Said, I don't know what you came to do, but I came to give him praise. 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 Sunday, first day rise. Monday and Tuesday I'm vibing. Made it this far through midweek, I can feel my praises rising, yeah. Thursday, worship is growing. On Friday, my cup's overflowing. But I say my best for today.
the worship is growing. Friday, my cup overflowing. I save my best for Shabbat to give you all the praise.
I came to give him praise. I came to give him praise. I came to give him praise. I came to give him praise. Kneel down and bow before his throne, 'cause he is excellent. Glory and adoration, worship from every nation. Fire shut up in my bones. Young boy, young girl, every nation of the world should mind. Listen up, listen up. From one day to the next, recognize that we've been blessed and give praise. Give it up, give it up. Don't got a minute to get caught up in the sin, and if I'm slipping, I'm repenting, 'cause I'm thankful I'm forgiven. And I can't wait for the Sabbath each day. When I wake, I'll give praise that I have it indeed.